Hey everyone, Jason here, aspiring entrepreneur. Spent this Monday morning content writing, about to do some content recording. You see I got the tripod and the light set up, and hopefully this is the last day that I only have one light, because I finally broke down and ordered another ring light. And that's just because if you've seen some of the recent videos, all of the colors really disoriented, and actually those two posters have been wreaking havoc on the auto brightness. So first things first, while I don't have the new light, I am gonna fix those guys. And what I mean by fixing them is completely replacing them. So the high gloss finish of those two posters was reflecting the light, which was messing up with the auto brightness on my phone. And of course, if I had a nicer camera, like a real DSLR or something, I'd probably be able to fix and adjust the settings, but I really like to keep things simple when I record so I can really just focus on the content. So I went over to Kinko's over the weekend. The first one, Build the Business You Love, which is how I just end every video that I do here, because I think that's the whole point of entrepreneurship. If you don't like building the business, why would you do it? And then I saw some posters that had entrepreneur and then the definition underneath them, but I didn't really resonate with any of the definitions, because most of the definitions was talking about like escape 9 to 5 and freedom and all that stuff, which is nice, but it's not really the point of starting a business. The point of starting a business is because you have a skill, a message, or a passion that you want to share with the world. So I kind of tweaked the definition to read, hustles daily to make their vision a reality and bring ideas to life. And I think that's really the encapsulation of what I see as an inspiring entrepreneur, not necessarily someone who just wants to get out of the 9 to 5. I mean, it's nice to get out of that, but really entrepreneurship, you're signing yourself up for more work than the 9 to 5. So I find those definitions kind of misleading, and I think a little misguided in terms of, oh, let's just sit on the beach with our laptop kind of thing. That's not really the reality of what it takes to be successful with a business, because if you're just motivated by money, I mean, go trade stocks or something. You'll make so much more with that. So with that, I've got the poster set up. I'm gonna wait for the light for hopefully next recording, and now it's time to do a couple of content videos, just 3. And as usual, recording took way longer than expected, so I got 2 content videos down and then a couple of intros for some collaboration videos that I'm doing. So very, very excited to have those posted. I actually had a collaboration video posted last week, so you can go ahead and check out the link in the description to that video. So thank you, Michelle from Check It Media, so much for having me on your channel. Really excited to be watching your channel grow and hopefully getting your video on this channel very, very soon. So I'm very happy to report that the new posters worked extremely well. I still have the one ring light, but I'm not having reflections and my shiny big forehead having the light reflect off that because of the posters in the background. So with the content out of the way, it's time to dive back into the screen and do some AdWords analysis. And analyzing AdWords is definitely the highlight of my day, which is why I do it towards the end. I love geeking out over this stuff. And so what was really interesting today was looking at how targeting didn't actually improve results that much, which was really interesting. So the first test that I ran, I had 2 organic videos, and I split them up in between targeting just YouTube and then targeting YouTube and YouTube display partners, whatever the heck that means. Not a material difference between those two on any fronts. So I'm actually gonna just recommend moving forward only target YouTube, because the view and engagement was the same, the costs were the same. There was not a material difference between any of the statistics. So moving forward, I'm just gonna target YouTube and not do the search partners, because I know I'm getting better traffic for essentially the same price and the same cost. The other interesting thing was that the view duration, like how many people watched 25%, how many people watched 50% or 100%, was pretty much solely based on the video itself. The outsourcing video I tested did really, really well, got view rates of up to almost just under 5%, while the Shopify store tutorial that I did was down at like 1%, which means only 1% of the people that clicked the video actually watched past 30 seconds, which is an interesting thing as a creator, because it just proves you don't know what's going to perform well. I spent 5 times as long on that Shopify store tutorial as I did with the outsourcing video. That doesn't mean like I just threw the outsourcing video out and just like, this is a crummy video, we'll see what happens. It's just one of those things where you never really know how a video is going to perform, and the nice thing about AdWords is it tells you pretty quickly. So in terms of targeting, if you're looking to promote your own channel, I'm in the middle of testing targeting specific channels. On Saturday, I went through, I have a list of 165 channels somewhat related to this niche of entrepreneurship and internet marketing and digital marketing. And what I found was most of the time, if you're gonna target a channel, it needs to have over 200K subscribers. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting your time. You might as well just lump them in there and you might get 1 or 2 views from a channel that's under 100K. And what was interesting though was targeting the channels was significantly more expensive. Targeting channels, I'm paying around 0.26, 26, I should just say 26 cents. I'm paying around 26 cents per view, whereas when I targeted just affinity in-market audiences and similar to views and subscribers, which is a remarketing list, and affinity audiences, for those of you who aren't familiar, are groups of people that YouTube and AdWords has put together. So you don't actually build those audiences, you just say, hey, I want to target people who are like interested in this topic, and Google has automatically put all those people together. Those were 6 cents per view. So 6 cents per view is the best I've done with an organic video. 4 cents per view is the best I've done with a video that had a direct call to action that was more of an ad, and it was a little on the hypey side. So what I'm trying to do now is I want to get the non-hypey videos down to 4 cents a view and then down to 2 cents a view. So that's the goal right now. So to summarize all of that geeky stuff, I know I'm going real fast here, but this is what's exciting. I mean, it's one thing to go through and make your videos and play the SEO game. It's another thing to figure out how do you spend 10, 20, 50 bucks to get a few thousand views to your video, and you can quickly figure out which videos are better than others. You know, the example I had earlier with that outsourcing video versus the Shopify video, it would have taken me months to figure out that the outsourcing video was that much better. But you know what? 40 bucks, now I know that outsourcing video, I should go look and see if I should make more outsourcing videos like that one and not spend so much time on the Shopify one later on. And that's really the power of this advertising. So when you're playing with the advertising, go ahead, set up remarketing lists of people who've already subscribed to you, people who've already seen your videos, let those lists start going, use the similar audiences that AdWords automatically creates for you, and finally, target affinity audiences, because channels at this point seems to be really, really expensive unless you already know that you have a channel commercial that you specifically want to pull in subscribers. Then go ahead, pay 20, 30 cents for someone to view the video, because that kind of video is much more likely to bring in subscribers. So I hope that helps you out and is valuable, just a little bit of insight into how much testing is required to really figure out this whole YouTube ads game. So as always, go ahead and comment below if you have any questions on that. And until the next video, keep building the business you love. Take care.